for prime, who would have won, Crawford or Mayweather? Prime for prime.
Bro.
Really?
Better round goes to Crawford or Mayweather.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually he's more of a weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better all around fighter.
His basics are solid. His fundamentals are solid. He's strong. He's physical. He's moved up and become, solid at a heavier weight than when he started his career. He's grown into. He's got great experience.
Floyd Mayweather may be remembered as one of the greatest defensive boxers in history, but whispers across the boxing world suggest that facing Terence Crawford could spell disaster. Analysts warn that Mayweather, long retired and well past his prime, would be gambling both his legacy and his health by stepping into the ring with today's pound-for-pound king. Crawford's devastating combinations, razor-sharp timing, and unmatched ability to adapt to any style make him a threat few are willing to face. For Mayweather, a comeback against Crawford isn't just risky, it's a challenge many believe he should avoid at all costs.
Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, now that was a big take. Of course, he's fought both of them.
Yeah, he would know.
Yeah, so that was a big take. But
Not
yeah,
really.
I think so.
Not for people who watch boxing, no. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that we sent that Terence Crawford some love, because he also talked a lot that night about how people underestimated him and thought, because people didn't really. He doesn't have the biggest star power, that he wasn't going to win the fight, and he definitely took that home. So congratulations to him. Now he doesn't have the biggest star power.
No.
Yeah, he was saying that people were underestimating him because of that.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. walked away from boxing with a flawless 50-0 record, cementing his status as one of the greatest defensive fighters in history. Terence Crawford, also undefeated, has carved out his own legacy as a multi-division world champion, celebrated for his ability to switch stances seamlessly, combine power with precision, and outthink opponents with elite ring IQ. As Crawford continues his reign of dominance, the debates and fantasy matchups grow louder. Who would win if these two masters of the sport had clashed in their primes?
Terence Crawford on Saturday has not only become the pound-for-pound #1 fighter, I honestly believe that he surpasses now Floyd Mayweather as the best fighter of this generation. That's what I believe.
If that was the goal by Floyd to be undisputed, then he would have chased undisputed. Chased champion until he became the money draw.
Do you know that Floyd never unified any of the divisions he fought?
Because he's never had to. It was a draw. He just didn't have to. He done the hard work in getting there.
Terence Crawford started out his boxing career as a lightweight. Now he's gone up to super middleweight and become the undisputed super middleweight champion, beating a guy like Canelo, who, listen, previously, man, he was wreaking havoc through that division. And Terence Crawford's just gone out there and taken the belt off him with, let's be honest, relative ease.
Legendary three-division champion Shane Sugar. Mosley has stirred debate by suggesting that Terence Crawford might actually hold the edge over Floyd Mayweather, depending on which version of Mayweather we're talking about. Mosley highlighted Crawford's power, versatility, and ability to switch stances, noting that these tools create unpredictable angles and dangerous offensive openings. Against Money Mayweather, Mosley believes Crawford could very well come out on top. But when it comes to the younger, more aggressive pretty boy Mayweather, Mosley admits that might be a far tougher challenge for Crawford to overcome.
Go ahead.
Did you believe or do you agree with the fact that Canelo is saying Crawford is better than Mayweather from an outsider's perspective, having not fought Crawford? Who do you think's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. He's actually more of a weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better all around fighter. Mayweather is good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because he's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. And the hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather definitely take this shit. I mean, like Crawford said, Mayweather has zero, and Crawford, this is zero.
Former world champion Tim Bradley has gone on record saying he believes Terence Crawford would defeat a prime Floyd Mayweather. Bradley praised Crawford's intelligence, versatility, and impeccable timing, noting that while Mayweather's defensive brilliance and agility were second to none, Crawford possesses the offensive weapons and tactical adaptability to break through.
Distance, but Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the
Shane hurt him.
fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Hurt him as well.
Yep.
And did he fight Shane? But did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
No.
Exactly.
And Zab wasn't quite a Shane level fighter. That's true. Listen, it'd be a great match.
Amir Khan has voiced deep respect for Terence Crawford, suggesting there's a strong case that Crawford could defeat Floyd Mayweather. Khan highlighted Crawford's exceptional timing, noting his ability to disrupt rhythm, make subtle adjustments, and carry out intelligent game plans. Reflecting on his own bout with Crawford, Khan recalled how Bud's precision forced opponents to miss by mere fractions before punishing them with perfectly timed combinations. In Khan's view, Crawford ranks above many of the welterweight division's biggest names, and even a defensive master like Mayweather might struggle to withstand Crawford's blend of offense, ring IQ, and adaptability.
Look, when I was in the ring with him, even though towards after the 1-2 rounds, I started getting my rhythm, but I have to say, probably one of the best fights I've ever faced, honestly. And I've faced the likes of Canelo, and I was at boxing fights like him. Every fight I've lost previously was when I was up on points, and obviously man got caught with a good shot, got knocked out or whatever. But with Crawford, his timing was so on point. I mean, like, what a great fight he was, technician. And I'll always, look, I'm not a hater in any way, look, even though the fight went the way it did, but I just think his timing was amazing, and just everything about his game planning had for the fight. I mean, he's a brilliant fighter. You cannot take that away from him. And if he was to fight any welterweight, being Manny Pacquiao, being Errol Spence, being even Floyd Mayweather, I think Crawford would beat a lot of them, maybe all of them. Even like the only fight I would say for him would be a good fight technically would be someone like Mayweather. But I really think he would beat Mayweather as well.
Carl Frampton, the former two-division world champion, believes Terence Crawford's performance against Canelo was more than just a victory. It redefined his standing in comparison to Floyd Mayweather. Frampton argued that Crawford's ability to control the fight, dictate the pace, and inflict damage demonstrated a level of mastery that could genuinely challenge Mayweather at his peak. He drew parallels between Crawford's technical precision, ring generalship, and finishing ability in that fight with the benchmark performances often cited when discussing prime Mayweather.
I feel like Crawford is going to nick it. I think if he does nick it, it does kind of have to be a stinker. He has to move and use his feet. And Canelo's feet aren't what they once were, but certainly he's a stronger man in the fight. I think we're going to see a very close one, possibly even a draw, but we put a gun to my head. I would say Crawford in a close points decision.
You talked a bit about the fight maybe not catching fire in the way some were expecting. If Terence Crawford is to win the fight, does it have to be that sort of fight? Leading from that, can he hurt Canelo Alvarez?
I don't think so. I mean, look at the shots guys like Golovkin bounced off Canelo's head. It's almost like he's unhurtable. We've seen him hurt by Miguel Cotto's brother a number of years ago, but that was it really, and he was a young boy. So I think that I don't expect to see Terence hurting or being able to hurt Canelo. But there's a way he can win the fight, and that is by outboxing.
If Terence Crawford does win, as you're predicting, does he rival Alexander Usyk for that number 1 pound for pound spot?
You have to start. I've never really thought about it, but that's a good question, and he'd certainly be in.
Shakur Stevenson has stated that Terence Crawford is just one fight away from entering the greatest of all time conversation, specifically if he defeats Canelo Alvarez. Stevenson highlighted Crawford's skill set, movement, and boxing IQ, qualities he believes would allow Bud to neutralize Canelo's offense and take control of the fight. He added that a victory over a fighter of Canelo's stature, long regarded as boxing royalty, would go beyond adding another title to Crawford's resume. In Stevenson's view, it would be a defining moment that reshapes how history remembers him, cementing Crawford's place among the all-time elites and leaving little room for critics to argue otherwise.
If Bud beats Canelo convincingly, right, would you put him above Floyd, an all-time great?
See, I ain't
Give me a solid answer. Come on, don't dance around that, bro.
I can't get into that because at the end of the day, it's like
But that's just an opinion.
It's opinionated.
Right, I want your opinion.
My opinion on it, I think Bud is the greatest of all time after doing this.
Okay.
But
thank you. That's all I want.
Floyd is the greatest of all time in my eyes too. Like
Yeah,
shit,
yeah,
I
I
don't
agree.
watch with him. It's like
Right.
he's one of my favorite fighters.
I know.